Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Louis. Louis is a French name of Frankish/Germanic origin, derived from the German masculine name Ludwig, from the elements Hlad, fame, and Wig, war. The French Louis, pronounced Louis, became a common name within royal households and families of nobility, auspiciously dating back to the 8th century with Louis I, the son of Charlemagne, ruler of both France and the Holy Roman Empire. 15 more kings of France named Louis would follow him, ending with Louis XVI, who was executed during the French Revolution, 1793. Louis XVI's great-great-great-grandfather was Louis XIV, whose reign lasted for 72 years and coincided with the height of French power and prosperity. The French obviously helped popularize this royal name in England, whereas has often been rendered as Louis. There are several language variations of Louis, including Aloysius, Provençal, Ludwig, German, Luigi, Italian, Luis, Spanish, Ludvig, Scandinavian, and Louis or Louis, English. Pet or short forms of the name are Lou and Louis. Louis continues to be hugely popular in France, ranked as the 4th most popular boy's name in 2009. The British prefer the spelling Louis, but the Americans opt for the French spelling Louis, just with a different pronunciation. Personality of the boy named Louis. The number 4 personality is marked by stability and discipline. This is the personality that follows the rules and is conservative by nature. They have an earthbound energy that prefers to build things methodically on top of firm foundations. They don't cut corners. 4s take their time and don't like to be hurried. But the outcome of their endeavors is likely to result in some strong and useful structure, which makes them great engineers and inventors. 4s are anything but frivolous or controversial. This is a trustworthy, straightforward personality that embodies dedication and organization. They are the backbone and anchor in their relationships, careers, and communities. They are tidy, punctual, and full of integrity. Hard work comes naturally to a 4, and they are immensely reliable. This is the personality you can always count on. Popularity of the boy named Louis. Louis is another example of a hugely successful masculine name in American history. At the turn of the 20th century, more than 100 years ago, Louis was a top 20 favorite name for little boys. The name would remain on the top 100 list for 80 straight years, finally falling off in 1960. The name's decline in usage had been slow and temperate until the 1990s, when his drops in popularity would become more significant. Today, Louis doesn't fit within the 21st century naming practices. He's more akin to Walter, Arthur, and Albert, that is to say, outdated and no longer fashionable. However, the name just got another push up the charts in 2010, having regained currency after Sandra Bullock named her newly adopted baby boy Louis. American parents are rediscovering how charming this royal name can be. Perhaps this famous warrior has come back into battle for prestige in the world of names. We hope he succeeds. Quick facts on Louis. Gender, boy. Origin, French. Number of syllables, 2. Ranking popularity, 315. Pronunciation, LOS. Simple meaning, famous warrior. Characteristics of Louis. Practical, industrious, studious, solid, dependable, conservative, hardworking. Cultural references to the baby name, Louis. Literary characters of the baby name Louis. Louis de Pointe du Lac is a character in Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles, starting with the 1976 fantasy, Interview with the Vampire. The character in the 1994 movie was played by Brad Pitt. Louis is a physically beautiful 18th century plantation owner who becomes a depressed alcoholic after the death of his brother, for which he feels responsible. He is inducted into the rites of vampirism against his will by the vampire, Lestat, in the movie, Tom Cruise, no less, and the two embark upon a centuries-long series of dark adventures. Louis is a sad and conflicted vampire who has trouble with the necessary evils of the life. Nonetheless, he takes part in the ritualistic murders as he must, including that of the young girl, Claudia, with whom he and Lestat build a familial unit. Louis is at once a symbol of a romantic idealist and a typical human being, who longs for the redemption that only love can provide. Popular songs on Louis. A song by Chuck Berry, Louis, Louis. Famous people named Louis. Louis Clark, Olympic athlete, Louis Jordan, musician, Louis Leakey, British paleontologist, Lou Diamond Phillips, actor, Louis de Broglie, French physicist, Louis Kid Kaplan, boxer, Louis, scores of European kings, Lou Rawls, musician, Lou Brock, baseball player, Louis Klotz, red, basketball, Lou Gehrig, baseball player, Louis Pasteur, French scientist, Louis Rubinstein, figure skater, Louis Joliet, French explorer, Lou Reed, musician, Louis Armstrong, musician, Louis Gossett, Jr. Actor, Louis Chevrolet, founder of the Chevrolet Motor Car Company, Lou Ferrigno, bodybuilder/actor, Louis Braille, invented the Braille system for the blind, Louis Dobbs, TV newsman, Lou Boudreau, baseball player, Louis Gerstner, businessman, Louis L'Amour, author, Louis Farrakhan, activist, Louis Vuitton, French fashion designer, Lou Costello, comic/actor,